Homelessness affects thousands of people in Sonoma County, but for the past 35 years, COTS has been on a mission to change that. Founded in 1988, COTS was an expression of local residents Mary Isaac and Laura Rychek's concern for children and adults who were sleeping outdoors in culverts, dumpsters, and other unsafe and unsuitable conditions.
One day, I was in the back of Lucky North, wandering about, and I met a young couple. I don't know whether they had fallen in love or married. They had 2 children. It was summertime, and they were living in a culvert, as I told you before. I've been hungry during the war. I've been cold in the winter, and I've been in fear for my life. And at that moment, there was a kind of I get goosebumps thinking about it. This feeling that I've got a roof over my head, I got plenty of food to eat, and I'm not in fear anymore. And those people were. They didn't know where they're going to eat, where they're going to go next. They had no more money. Her family wouldn't accept the man, blah, 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 all kind of thing. Something has to be done.
Since our founding, we have expanded our services to provide a variety of emergency and permanent supportive housing options, twice daily meals through Mary's Table, and robust supportive services including employment help and mental health support. Today, our housing-focused approach provides accountability and guidance to help our clients reach their goals, all while understanding each client's unique circumstances and meeting them where they are at.
Ultimately, at the end of the road, we want to get the individuals that we serve permanently housed. But what we've identified is that there's all these different barriers, right? It's not just access to housing for the clients that we serve. It's mental health, substance abuse, medical issues, right? And so when we look at housing focused, we're looking at like the whole thing, right? And so what we're trying to do is provide wraparound services to the clients to address all those barriers, right? So say for instance, a client doesn't even have documentation. How are they gonna get housed? If a client has untreated mental health issues, how are they gonna get housed? If the client's constantly in the ER or the hospital, how are they gonna get housed, right? So you really have to approach this by working on all those things simultaneously, right? And so somebody coming in, you know, when we're saying housing focused, for me and when I talk to the team, it's like, that could be as simple as, hey, you gotta get an ID, a birth certificate. And these are really small steps that, you know, anybody coming in, no matter, you know, how resistant they are to services or, you know, how affected they are by their mental health or physical health, can start making steps towards, right? So it's very low barrier still, which is in line with housing first.
By treating people with dignity and respect, we help them see they're not alone. By meeting people where they're at, we can help them take the necessary steps to regain housing. Over the years, we've helped countless families and individuals find stable housing and get back on their feet and continue the vision of our founders.
My first memory of COTS was I was sitting with my mother, and it had been raining, and I was telling her how much I was glad it was raining. And then she said to me, I was in my bed last night trying to go to sleep, and of course it was raining, and she said I began to think about all the people she'd been noticing that were homeless and how it troubled her, and she just felt like she wanted to do something about it. Today my mom would think of COTS as just the most wonderful blooming flower, and she would just be amazed. She would be so amazed and so happy. Well, what we can do to continue her legacy is to volunteer when we can with whatever skill that we might have, to tell other people about COTS and to help spread the word that it's a great organization and it's worth supporting. And of course, most importantly, is to continue to donate whatever is affordable. If everyone could do that, COTS would be so wealthy.
Today, we're celebrating 35 years of compassion, community, and change, but we're not done yet. Homelessness is still a pervasive issue without a one-size-fits-all solution. That's why COTS continues to evolve and innovate to provide a multifaceted approach to helping those experiencing homelessness, offering programs like recuperative care, People's Village, and the studios at Montero. Our vision for the future is to create more opportunities for people experiencing homelessness to find and keep housing and to increase their self-sufficiency. Thank you for your support over the past 35 years. We hope you'll continue to support our work to create a community where everyone has a place to call home.